Video Games Recon.
Hello and welcome. My name is Nate from Video Games Recon, and in this video we're going to discuss all the current Advanced Warfare weapons in this class, and then pick the best or my favourite weapon in said category. First off, if you've already seen this intro in a previous review video, feel free to skip ahead to the time on screen. Also, each weapon will be reviewed or discussed as the basic model and not including any of the upgraded versions. And please keep in mind this is just my humble opinion, and due to your playstyle your opinion may differ, which is perfectly fine, and in such case please don't rage out and lose your shit. Instead, feel free to post your thoughts in the comments. Anywho, without any further ado, let's do it to it. Okay, so as per usual I'm going to pick my favourite weapon from this class. First off, let's discuss assault rifles in general. I don't know how many times I've repeated myself on this one, but put simply, assault rifles are king in this game, aside from some very specific circumstances, perhaps hardcore mode for example. An assault rifle is usually the weapon to have if you've decided to go all tryhard. Sure, there's a few examples where SMGs are as good a shout, but in general, assault rifles tend to be the preferable weapon in 90% of the playlists currently available. With that, let's quickly go through the weapons before I pick my favourite. First up, we have one of two starting weapons, the BAL-27. This incredibly well balanced assault rifle boasts the highest fire rate in this class, which increases over time as you fire. This is probably one of, if not the best assault rifles at close range, and kind of feels like an assault rifle SMG hybrid. And furthermore, and especially for a starter weapon, the BAL is a great bit of kit to boot. The next weapon is the second of the two starter weapons, the AK12. This weapon to me is more like a spiritual successor to the M4 rather than a typical AK variant. With its great mobility, range and incredibly low recoil. Yet again, this is a really handy starter weapon, which is rare to get two great assault rifles straight out of the bat. This thing is probably designed for the less experienced player due to how forgiving a weapon it is. The ARX is the first of two burst fire weapons. The ARX fires a burst of 3 rounds and has incredibly long range and great accuracy, making it one of the best long distance assault rifles. That said, this weapon is my least favourite assault rifle, mainly due to its fire rate in between bursts, which compared to the IMR is very slow, and although it has a higher damage stat, it is still at least a 2-shot kill, meaning at close range this thing can really suffer. The HBRa3 is a beast of a weapon, and although on paper it tells a different, more balanced story, this weapon feels like it has great mobility and damage with middling accuracy and range. This is probably due to the first 3 rounds at each time you shoot firing at a higher speed, meaning at a distance you're going to need more bullets fired downrange to get a kill, and thus the increased fire rate's effects are mitigated. So some people will love this gun and others will probably hate it, making it a Marmite weapon. But for me, I think it's one of the best guns in the game. The IMR, as stated before, this thing suits me to a T, with its really high damage, balanced stats and good range and accuracy due to its burst fire, which normally holds back weapons of this ilk in terms of close quarter battles. But this is less of an issue with the IMR due to its incredibly high fire rate in between bursts, making it near fully automatic if you spam the trigger. On the downside, if you're not careful, this thing can spit out all of its ammo, making fast hands or dual magazines a good idea. And on top of all that, the IMR has a party trick of being able to print ammo to your reserve, i.e. not to your magazine, potentially negating the need for scavenger. The MK14 is a semi-automatic assault rifle making a return from Ghosts. This thing is akin to a marksman rifle in said game, and has the best accuracy of its class. That said, its average damage and power drop off at range make this gun kind of pointless, as up close it's useless, and at range it's so weak compared to a sniper rifle, which pretty much does the same job, it doesn't bear comparison. So I'm sad to say this gun doesn't make sense in Advanced Warfare due to its low power and the breakneck speed of this game. So marksman rifles in general aren't as successful in Advanced Warfare as they were in Ghosts. So this just leaves me to choose my favourite assault rifle and probably my favourite gun in Advanced Warfare. So this category is chock-a-block with good shouts on the best gun, as 4 out of 6 are good if not great weapons, making it a hard decision, and thus this choice has to be based more on playstyle and personal preference than many of the other categories. And for this reason I'm going to have to go with the IMR, as this thing is great at all ranges, due to its burst fire at long range, its damage at medium range, and its mitigated use at close range for a burst fire weapon due to its incredibly fast fire rate. Plus this thing regenerates ammo into its reserve, negating the need for scavenger. These things combined with it suiting my playstyle make it the best gun in this class and probably my favourite weapon in this game. But never mind what I think, what do you think of the guns in Advanced Warfare so far? Feel free to post your thoughts on the weapons in this class in the comments section. So, that just leaves me to say if you enjoyed this video, please help support us by liking, sharing, favouriting and subbing for more BS of a similar nature. Thank you and goodbye.